kind of take a little bit of a tangent in today's broadcast because I want to just sit down and ask you a question. What the hell is going on with Donald Trump? Now, I am an avid supporter of Trump. I love him. I'm going to be voting for him in the primary, at least as of now. And I also love Ron DeSantis. I think they're both fairly good, but there is something strange and unusual happening. And I'm going to ask you whether you think this is a catastrophic error or not, because there seems to be a lot of turmoil in the Republican Party regarding Donald Trump. So I've got a lot that I want to throw out there today and just kind of get your opinion on. But before I do, I just want to remind you, check out my sponsor at lowercarbswithlisa.com. If you guys have not tried this, it's a BioTrust formula. But if you're looking for kind of a high protein breakfast smoothie that's going to increase your metabolism, increase your energy, and just really curbs those food cravings that you have. And right now, the great news is you can get this for up to 51% off by going to lowercarbswithlisa.com. So take advantage of that special offer. If you want more information on this amazing product, then click the More button if you're on the mobile app, or click in the description box below. All right, so let's dive into what on earth is going on with Donald Trump. Is he making a cataclysmic error for his presidential run, or is he on the right path? And I'm really going to open this up because I am really perplexed. But let's start first with something that happened very recently. On Donald Trump's Truth Social page, he put out an entire massive attack against Ron DeSantis. Now, he has done this earlier in this month. So this is like the third attack-ish or fourth attack, probably more than that he's done on Ron DeSantis. But this one's pretty huge. So let me take you on over to Donald Trump's Truth Social page. And I just want to start with this if you haven't seen it. And here he is. He published this about 21 hours ago with a question mark. No way, question mark. And what is this? Well, Dong Chong Lee posts this and he says, Ron DeSantis was having a drink party with his students when he was a high school teacher. Having drinks with underage girls and cuddling with them certainly looks pretty gross. And he goes on to show the picture of Ron DeSantis with these girls. And then you scroll down a little further, where he posts this just, I'm guessing a couple minutes prior. That's not Ron, is it? Question mark. He would never do such a thing. And you could see here is Ron DeSanctimonious grooming high school girls with alcohol as a teacher. Now, obviously, I don't know. I haven't really looked into the validity of any of that. I don't know the surrounding story. However, it's a massive attack against another person that I see as a patriot helping our country. I believe Ron DeSantis has really done a lot for our country. I also believe that Donald Trump has also done a lot for our country. I want to make that clear. But there's really this massive feud between the two that really is concerning to me, because I believe that Donald Trump should be focusing on the real enemy of democracy, and that's the Democrats who are in power, who are attempting to push in communism here in our country and socialism, like Joe Biden. I think his energy should be more focused in that direction rather than that. And maybe he's worried about a presidential run against Ron DeSantis. I know this was put up on New York Post. Ron DeSantis, and this is just a few days ago, advisors say he's preparing for a 2024 presidential run. Obviously, if he's going to run for president, like I believe he is, and many believe he is out there, or the feelers are out there, if you will. I mean, maybe Donald Trump is, fighting against his primary there. But I think what they really need to focus on is just the state of our country and standing against the Democrats who are trying to destroy our country. On top of that, there's a few other questionable things. Now, we've got some RINOs in the Republican Party, and we should also focus our attention on some of those. For example, McCarthy, right, who Trump backed. Take a look here. This is on Reuters. Trump's plea to back McCarthy falls flat with hardline U.S. House of Representatives. And here's a statement that he put out just yesterday. during the speech. He said, Kevin McCarthy is looking really good. His demeanor's perfect. He's not a crazy lunatic like Nancy Pelosi. And he's speaking about the State of the Union speech there. So he seems to be giving real big props to McCarthy. And McCarthy hasn't really been secure on a lot of things and spoke very heavily against free speech on conservatives, backing things like misinformation and disinformation. Well, I have a real problem with that. That is not something that DeSantis has done. On top of that, just as a reminder, Trump was backing or portions of the RNC. He after Ronna McDaniel won, he congratulated her on her win of the RNC. Here is the Hill. Trump congratulates McDaniel on RNC chair re-election. The problem with that is they stabbed him in the back. You see, Donald Trump completely remade the RNC, and here we have 4 RNC members backing him. Take a look here. This is Washington Examiner. Trump suffers RNC endorsement slump with only 4 of the 168 backing him. Regardless of that, he still congratulated her on her win. So the RNC is snubbing Donald Trump to his face, a huge portion of them, and you're still going to say congratulations to them. I don't really get that kind of move. So I guess overall, I'm not really understanding. He's bashing more conservative members like Ron DeSantis in the Republican Party, and then praising some of the more RINO kind of people, as I would put it, like with McDaniel, who just completely turned her back on Donald Trump. I just don't get it. How about we focus on the Democrats, right? But anyway, and the RINOs, Democrats and the RINOs. Then there's this, and I see some of the more conservative people in the Republican Party kind of moving away from Trump, which I don't want, like Sarah Huckabee. Take a look here. She gave the State of the Union speech after the president there, President Biden. She kind of gave the response to it. And in her entire speech, and by the way, she served as former President Donald Trump's White House press secretary, right? She was his press secretary, but in her entire speech, she really didn't mention Donald Trump at all, other than she talks about an instance where she went to a trip in December with her husband overseas, and all the Air Force people there were cheering on the president of the United States, but she doesn't even use his name in that example. It's almost as if she purposefully left Donald Trump off the entire speech, even though he's already announced his 2024 presidential run, and she was his press secretary. Why would you do that? I get the feeling at some level that she is just kind of, attempting to part ways or just kind of go away. And I like Sarah. I think she is not a RINO. I think Sarah Huckabee's is fairly even. I mean, yes, she does some stuff I don't like. However, what I don't want to happen with Trump is some of his more conservative base start distancing himself. And sometimes I see that as well. So he really needs to pay attention to some of that. Anyway, I just really wanted to get your feeling on all of this, where you stand, what's going on. I'm going to read your comments. So leave them below. And let me know what you think. Again, I still stand on Donald Trump's camp, and then DeSantis would be the other one I would stand on. I like them both. I'll be really honest. I would love like a Trump DeSantis ticket. I don't think we're going to get that at this point. And I'm not a fan of Haley, by the way. She did some pretty questionable things as her ambassador to the UN. But anyway, I'm very skeptical of her. Anyhow, I love all you guys. Please don't forget to check out my new channel on YouTube. I'm going to be posting some videos this week on our new channel, we'reforkedup.com. And I'm going to get you there. Here it is right here. But check it out. Subscribe to our new channel. Just hit subscribe now. It's free. And we send out all kinds of videos that we do. We do about one video a week here, but it's just food, fun, entertainment, that kind of thing. In the middle of everything that's going on, it's just kind of, let's have more of a laugh and have a good time. So subscribe to we'reforkedup.com, and we'll send you our videos directly, because YouTube doesn't really send those out all the time. Anyhow, I love all of you. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.